Welcome back traders to Strategy channel. My name is Ali Casey. Today's video is a highly requested video from many viewers who sent me email and commented, which is custom projects. Of course, custom project is a huge tab in SQX. It's basically one of the best features available. Is automation of all features of SQX, and you can use it to make your computer work for you all the time, building strategies, robust strategies that can generate money for you. So let's dive in. In today's video, we will continue the beginner series with the custom project tab. This is a highly requested subject, and I understand why. Basically, the custom project, it's all about automation, and this can save literally thousands of dollars. If you want to run automation on any other platform like TradeStation or multi-charts, you need to use other software packages like Win Automation, which costs you, $1,500, and then you need a course to learn how to use it. That's another $1,500. So basically, this is a godsend for algo traders, which basically automating all the process inside the same package. Basically, what custom projects does, it's like you are sitting in front of a computer, building strategies, retesting them, doing the robustness testing, finishing up, saving the strategies, and then redoing it again in some other fashion. All this can be done automatically without supervision. So let's start. We will build a simple custom project. So we'll go to custom projects, create new projects. And let's build a mean reversion ES. So we'll build a mean reversion strategy on the S&P futures. Create. Now this is the project. We will start with a building project we need to build. So add new task, build strategies. And now that you add this task, this is all the options available. So first I'm going to pick TradeStation, ES, this daily time frame, and I will pick a simple mean reversal, a template. I will disable everything for the robustness testing. Let's go to full setting, and I will only use the long part. Conditions, I don't like to use as many, and not required. Stop loss, profit target also not required. We come to data. Let's reset, and let me pick 2014, and here let's pick 2007. Commissions 2.5, and slippage, and I like to use the equal amount of data for in sample and out of sample. I will not exit on Friday. Building blocks will not touch it. Money management, one contract at a time. I'm disabling everything. Now ranking. I will build 500 strategies, and when the bank is filled, I will stop. And my requirement is a profit factor of 1.1 and net profit greater than 50 in sample and out of sample. Okay, very simple. And I will compute from net profit. So these are my requirements to build strategies. Once I build it, I have 500 strategies ready. Then I will take it to the retester. So I'll add new task. I will copy configuration from the building strategies, retest. Now, once I retest them, I'm going to put them in a new bank. So I'll create a new bank. Let's call this a past full data. So once I create the bank, I can come here and it will show up. So I'll take the strategies from result to pass full data. And in the retest part, I'm going to retest the whole data, and I will keep 2 years at the end. And let's still make this from 2007. Same everything here. Now I don't need the in sample out of sample. I've already done that. Trace station option, nothing change. Money management, nothing. Remember, we copied this from the building strategy. And nothing in the cross check. Now I need to make sure one thing here. Delete failed strategies from data bank, because this will be filled with 500 to 1000, whatever. We're doing 500 to make it a little bit faster. So I will delete the strategies that doesn't pass these. And now I'm going to increase my profit factor. I'm going to make it 1.3. So it's a little bit more stringent requirement. Same everything. There is still, we're not doing any robustness. We're just now doing the whole data and requiring more profit. Now that this is done, I'm going to do some robustness check. So to make this simple, I'm going to do a Monte Carlo, which is very fast. So again, I need a new data bank, and this time we'll call it past Monte Carlo. Let's call this test 1. So now we'll add new task. And this time I'm going to copy the configuration from the retest strategies. And we will do also retest, because remember, the cross check is part of it. So we'll do a retest. And to differentiate, let's rename this and rename task as full data test. And I'll rename this one to MC1 test. Okay, we come to MC1 test. We're putting the results from the full data and we're putting it in the past MC1. I'm not touching this because remember, I copied this from this. So everything is the same, except now I'm doing the robustness. So disable, and I will only do the Monte Carlo. And let's pick a simple one. Let's do 100 tests and everything is the same. I'm not going to touch it. And remember, I make it 100 to make it easier. To make it faster. Save. So this is going to take 500 here, full data here, and then only the one passed here. So again, I have to go to ranking and make sure this is on, the delete. So the strategies that not passed, it will not be saved here. Theoretically, I have here the strategies that pass full data and pass Monte Carlo. And you can add as many as you like for all robustness testing. Once I'm done, well, I need to save these strategies. So I will come and I will say, save to file. So now save to file, click. I will save the files, the strategies which are at the end bank. So this data bank has the successful strategies that I want. I will not overwrite. And I will use symbol plus time frame as note. This is for the naming. And I will not save the other data. I'll only save the strategy. By the way, when you save the strategy, it saves its configuration file with it. So when you load the strategy, you can load the configuration. Okay, now that I saved the files to somewhere on my computer. So I need to pick that location. So browse, and I will put on desktop, and I created SQX successful strategies. Select, so it will save it here. Once it's saved, I want to repeat this operation. Like I want to go to sleep, and I want it to repeat this operation every time because it's randomized. So every time it's going to bring a new set of data and build. So add new task, and this time I want to clear the data banks. And we will clear all data banks. And once this is done, I want to repeat. So add new task, and I will say, go to task. And I will go to build strategies. So what are the conditions to go? If there is no condition, then it evaluates as true. So I have no condition. I just want to repeat this loop. I can always stop it at any time, but I wanted to repeat. And remember, to save to files, we say don't overwrite. So we are positive that we will not have the strategies overwritten. It looks good. We can run the strategy as a test. So let's go to progress. And you can either start the project here from start, or you can go back to custom projects. By the way, it's saved already. Everything you do here, like let's say if I go to task and I say change it to full data set, that's it, it's saved. There is nothing else to do. And to prove it, I'll go out, come back in, and you see it's done. So I can either start here or go back here and start here. So let's start the mirror version, and it will start building, and I can go to results to see the progress. And you can see here we're building up to 500 strategies. Once it's done, now it's doing the full data set, and only the strategies that passed will be saved here. And I will also show you, this is now the folder that's supposed to be saved. And now we're doing Monte Carlo. Nothing passed so far. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still in the, you can see here it's full data test. It's working. And now we're doing Monte Carlo, and we have 17, 20. And we are saving files now. It's saved already. Clear data banks and go to bank. And it's so fast we couldn't even catch it. So let's stop it now. Okay, so this time I want to be able to see the results. So without changing the project, I can switch off these tasks. The strategy will build, do the data test, do Monte Carlo, save files, and then it will stop because these are off. And let me clear this. And let's clear also these files. So let's start again. So now theoretically it should stop at clear data banks. So we just started. Now it's going to build 500.
2 hours later.
And now we're doing Monte Carlo. And let's show the files here. Should save the files and stop. And that's what happened. Save the files, it stopped. And the reason I want to do this is because let's say I want to come to Monte Carlo here, and I check. So this is my Monte Carlo tests. List of trades, equity chart, overview. So everything looks okay. Then I want to continue. So I can come back to progress. Now I want to clear the data bank and start over. I can obviously do this manually, but let's imagine we have a lot more tests. Let's say we have 3 more robustness testing and then saving. So I can run the project starting from this task, or I can run only one task. And so for example, this task is a clear data bank, so I should clear these. If I click on it, you'll see here I have 2 options: run this task only or run projects from here. If I run this task only, it should clear the data banks. But this will give me an error now because it's not on. But let's try it. Run this task only, and you will see an error. So I need to switch it on in order to run it. So if I run this task only, it should only clear the data bank, and that's it. It will not start again, even though this is on, because I'm running this task only. And you can see clear the data bank did not start. Now I can, if I start here and run projects from here, then it will clear the data banks and go to task, which starts again. Obviously the bank's already clear, but doesn't matter. Run projects from here, and now it should start building again. Let's stop it now and let's add one more thing. Let's say this project is proved itself very successful, but the Monte Carlo test is not as what I like. So maybe instead of changing or building a new project, I just want to add another robustness test. So let's add new task, and I will copy from the MC1. I'll copy from this task, and I want to do retest. So now I'm going to do a, let's say, what if scenario. So now I'm taking the source as the past, and let me build a new data bank, and we'll call this past what if. So now I'm going to deposit the successful strategies from the Monte Carlo test to the past what if. But currently this task is after clearing data bank and go to task. So in theory there is no, the bank will be empty by then. So I need to put this after the Monte Carlo. So you can grab it from this rectangle here, and you can just move it with the mouse, and now the sequence is Monte Carlo what if scenario, and then save files, clear data bank, and go to task. And we can test this, of course. So let's see, let's pick what if scenario, go to full settings, cross check, and we need to, and let's pick take every second trade. And end ranking, I want to make sure that the delete is on, and let's make it more stringent. So now it's only going to take the second trade, and it need to achieve a profit factor of 1.4. Remember, it's in sample, it doesn't matter because all the data is in sample. So, and we copied all the configuration from this. So we should be okay. Now, since I already have some data here, I can clear it here, or I can start the project from clear data bank. So let's run project from here. Let me delete these. So now it's doing the building phase, which is 500 strategies. And now it's the full data set. Now it's Monte Carlo. And what if scenario, and only these passed, and it already started again. Let's do another one and see what file is going to be written here.
6 hours later.
So it just saved the second batch. Let's stop it now. So we'll go to custom projects, and we can stop it from here, or if you click on it, you can stop it from the progress tab. So we have all these strategies that passed all these tests, and they are ready to be deployed, or you load it again. Like, all these strategies can be again loaded in Builder or in Tester, and you can combine them in the portfolio and do whatever. Basically, they are normal strategies that you like, just like the one you do it yourself. The other thing in custom project is you can share them and save them. So for example, now that you have this, you can save this project and it will be saved with all configuration. And let's say now I like this project, but I want to do it, let's say, on oil. So you can clone this project. So clone custom project. And now that it's here, I can rename it, and let's say rename, and I will call it on, let's do it on NASDAQ. And then I can go to the project and just change the, for example, NASDAQ. Everything is the same. I'm doing the same robustness, same data set, same what if scenario. I'm saving the files. And maybe this time, I will change the files in, let's say, another folder. And let's call this folder NASDAQ. And also I will, let's say I don't want this task, so I'll delete it and delete this task. Yes. And remember, there is no save function here. Whatever you do, it's automatically saved. So that's why I recommend you save a project and then you clone it and do some changes. So you always have the original in case you did some changes that you don't want it and you want to go back. So now that this is done, it's enqueue, and I can run it, and it will run the strategies on NASDAQ and basically do the same thing we did before. And then the strategies now should be saved here.
7 hours later.
And now the full data set is done. And remember, the what if scenario is not being done in this project, although we have the data bank, but we deleted that task.
70 years later.
And there you go. It saved the NASDAQ strategies to the NASDAQ folder. And now it's going back to task, which is rebuilding again, and stop. Obviously, the custom project, like everything else in SQX, is very customizable. So I can do a lot more with the project. So for example, let's say, well, okay, now I have ES and now I have the NASDAQ. Let's say you're going away for 2 days and you want to build both systems, or maybe different time frames or different instruments, whatever it is, it's more than one project. So you can do that also. So we can come back to, let's say, mean reversion. And let's say we want to, once we have successful strategies, then I want to go and build NASDAQ or a different time frame. So we can add a task, new task, and this time it's stop and start. There is no need to copy configuration because we're only going to stop a project and start another one. So let's stop and start. And we will add a condition. It could be that if there is no condition, that means it's always true. So which you can do that. But I will make it a little bit difficult, which is I only want to switch when I have some successful strategies. So let's say once I have 10 successful strategies that passed my robustness testing, which is past what if scenario, which already passed Monte Carlo and full data set. Then if that condition is true, then I will do the mean reversion. Now currently, because this is executed sequentially, it is save to files, clear data bank, and go to task. If it's going to task build strategies, that means we're never reaching this step. So step one is I need to switch this off. Now, because I put this condition on, which means it needs 10 strategies in this data bank, and I'm cleaning the data bank here, so I need to put this before this one. So let me move it. So now it's going to save the files, and if there are more than 10 strategies in this data bank, it will switch to the NASDAQ mirror version custom project. Now I still have one more problem. Although each custom project have different data banks. So when the mirror version NASDAQ will start, even though we didn't clear the data banks in the ES custom project, it's still, if I want to go back to ES, let's say I want to do this one after the other. After I finish NASDAQ, I come back here. So I need to make sure that the data banks here are clear. So I'm going to shift this to the beginning. So clear data bank first, build strategies, full data tests, Monte Carlo, what if scenario, save to files, start and stop. So that means when this project is done, it will go to NASDAQ, and then I can go to NASDAQ and not go to task. I will add start and stop. And this time I will make the condition that's true all the time and just go back to mean reversion. So clear data bank, just go to mean reversion ES. And when it's gonna go there, the first tab is to clear data banks. So I'm all good. So now theoretically I should start this and we should see strategies being saved one after the other. So currently there is nothing here and nothing here. So let's try it. Let's start with ES. Let's see the progress. So we're gonna wait to 500 and then full data set, Monte Carlo, what if scenario, and then it will go to NASDAQ.
20 minutes later.
And remember, this is the task and these are the projects. So you can see here, projects are working, and currently this is the task at work.
Later that same evening.
And what if scenario, we save the files, and we should be in NASDAQ. If we click on it, just starting, and as you can see, even though they are the same name, but they are totally different. Look, all the symbols here are NASDAQ. Of course, they are the same name because we copied that project, we cloned it. But here, this data bank will have nothing. Once this is done, it will go back to, here to mean reversion. So once we'll save the files here.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Okay, done. So now we should be back in ES. And you can see it's building a new set because clear data bank is in the beginning. I'll stop. So you see the feature is very, very powerful because let's imagine this scenario. You're building 15 minutes ES, 1 hour ES, daily ES, and then maybe on NASDAQ, and then maybe on oil, and then maybe on Canadian dollar, and then you go back and do the same. And if you're, let's say, on the weekend, you don't want to touch your computer, or traveling, or whatever at work, then this will keep generating strategies all the time. And believe me, this is a huge feature. As I told you, automation is not simple on all other platforms. I can tell you this from experience. It's very ugly to customize other platforms. So this is a huge benefit for SQX. And of course, there are so much more in custom projects. This is like Algo Wizard. I'll be doing more videos on it, and so we'll get more benefits. To me, SQX is basically building and data management, Algo Wizard, and custom projects. as optimizer and retester. To me, they are the same as builder. As usual, I hope this was useful. If you have any question or comments, please put it below and I'll be happy to answer them. Amazing, you made it till the end of the video. It was a long video, but really worth it. As I said, custom projects is a huge module in SQX, and I will be doing more videos on it as it is very useful. So please comment, share, like, subscribe so Google can show it to other traders. And until the next video, stay safe and I'll see you then.